What's up, everybody? We are back. All the love is back, and Buck is almost back. This is the premiere show of 911.
You're tuned in to AFTERBUZZ TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Welcome.
We back.
We back.
We back.
Like we never left.
Hey.
What's up? Yes. Welcome, everyone. Tonight, you are watching the after show for 911, Season 3, Episode 1, Kids Today. Okay, I don't know if this episode was really about kids, but here we are, Kids Today, because that's what the episode was called. This was the premiere of the show, and the premiere of Season 3, okay? And I kind of like how it came back. They always got me on the edge of my chair, but here we go. We about to get into it. We gonna talk about Buck and how he's trying to return, the rescues that they had because they was a little crazy, and we gonna let y'all know what happened at the end, because if y'all didn't see it, y'all should go back and watch it, then come back and watch us, and then, you know, or we could just watch it together. Anyway, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Before we get into all of that,
She's excited.
I'm your host, Porchia Carter, and joining me is the wonderful Ricky.
What's good?
And the wonderful Courtney Allen.
Hello.
So, guys, can I get y'all top of the show overall thoughts?
It was a good return. I feel good about it. Nobody got majorly injured, so I'm really happy about that.
I love it. They came out with a bang. Drama, babies.
The way you was looking at her was the way I was thinking.
What were you thinking and how were you looking?
No, it's okay.
I loved it.
We love Ricky. He's so hilarious. He don't even know it. He don't even know it. But anyway, here we are. So, top on the chopping block, we have. Okay, let's just go ahead and throw out how all of the couples seem to be having, like, I guess, great moments. So we see that Buck is trying to return. He no longer has a girlfriend, but Bobby and Athena are throwing parties as the Nashes officially. Mike is a little upset that he wasn't invited to the wedding, or they didn't have a wedding reception. He throwing a little shade about that. Then Tim and Maddie, they doing well. And then Hannah and her wife they still, you know, working on this baby thing. So it's just a lot going on. How do y'all feel about the love that's in the air with everybody?
They need to have love in the air, especially on this show, with all the drama, with all the hurting and the catastrophic events.
I'm so happy about Chimney and Maddie. They are so freaking cute. Like,
right?
the way that they're just on the same page now.
Yeah.
I feel like they went through a little rough patch last season because they went through a lot, but they're on the same page now, and that makes me happy.
A beautiful couple.
They're a beautiful couple. Speaking of beautiful, Buck is beautiful. However, he's going through some stuff, okay? So he had this moment where he was training, and he passed all of his tests to get back in the game for firefighting. And then they threw him a surprise party, and lo and behold, at the surprise party, he's throwing up blood. Let's talk about that.
That would scare the crap out of me. Like, I could take things pretty good, but once I start coughing up blood, which I've never done that before, but if I were to do it, I don't know how I would react. It would be a very frightening experience. And I mean, he needs to just chill out. Like, we get it. He loves being a firefighter. He wants to help the team and get back out there in the world and help the people. But it's just like, take a second. You just had a car squashing your leg. You know what I'm saying? Like
a fire truck.
A fire truck squashing your leg. Just chill out a second.
Buck is like a kid, though. Like,
he's a big kid.
He's like a teenager.
Kids today.
Who, like, when they get injured in basketball, and they're like, I just want to get back out there. And you're like, you're still limping. You can't play. Like, chill out. But it was funny how Maddie called him out in the hospital room after the doctor was like, you haven't been experiencing symptoms? And when she left, she was like, how long? How long has it been? And he was like, okay. Like,
what did the doctor say that he had?
It was
I'm going to tell you.
Pulmonary embolism.
Yep. And a pulmonary embolism is a condition in which one or more of the arteries in the lungs become blocked by a blood clot.
In the lung.
Most times, a pulmonary embolism is caused by blood clots that travel from the legs or rarely other parts of the body. Deep vein thrombosis.
Wow.
That's what it is.
All the crazy stuff that our bodies can do.
Our bodies is phenomenal.
And trauma.
Cool fact. Hold on. Since we're speaking about the bodies, this is an actual fact. Did you know our vasculatory system, which includes our lymphatic system, which is still an undiscovered part of our body?
You lost me at did you know? Go ahead.
I'm trying to hold on to what, because it's a lot of words.
It's a lot.
So our vasculatory, so the veins.
Yeah, I got that.
If you were to dissect us and pull out all the veins, it would wrap around the earth 2.5 times.
That sounds nasty.
It's 60,000 miles long, and that's a fact.
Please tell me
whose
how you
veins are
found
60,000 miles?
Every human beings. Human beings,
So all the veins are one?
they're all interconnected, yes. That's
and if
an
you,
actual,
and if you stretch them out?
if you take them out, it can wrap around the world 2 times.
That is cool, but it's nasty.
That's why it
That's
takes
weird.
some time for people to heal, because there's so much going on in here. We're so complex. It's crazy. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, you got it.
That was a good
Well,
fact.
let's just hope Buck does not have to go all the way around the world twice before his healing,
ain't gonna
okay?
make it.
Because he's not having a good time. So we see him like really bugging out about it to the point where he get all up in Bobby face and he say, "You got me messed up. Ain't no desk job, no light duty. Nope, I quit." Y'all think he really out of the game?
No.
Of course not.
Of course not, right?
Hell no.
No.
He was just being dramatic, right? I didn't like that
Yeah.
moment.
Can we talk about, I'm sorry, this is not really that related, but whenever guys cry, it's never like a stream of tears. Like Buck had one little tear that like barely welled up. I'm like, this is so realistic, because whenever guys cry, it's literally like, oh, I think you're about to cry. Not quite, but whenever girls cry, it's like a stream. Anyway, I noticed. I was like, wow, that little tear. Is he even crying?
I quit with you.
I quit.
I had to. Anyway, he's not quitting. He's like
He's
having
definitely
a
not quitting.
hissy fit.
He just wants to. Look, I get it. You know, he is somebody that wants to just be working no matter what's going on, and that's great. But when you're saving people's lives, you have to be at 100%, because they're not at 100%. So,
Well, Buck ain't never been at 100%, okay? He ain't never. Look, ever since we done known Buck, like he is an amazing character, but he ain't even got all his screws intact, okay? You see how he acting out. Anyway, so
I
Tell
love
us how
when
you
you
really
go.
feel
I
about
love
Buck.
when you going on Buck. I love it. I hope everybody else loves it as much as I do when she.
well, you know, it's not that I go in on Buck. You know, it's just sometimes, you know,
you go in.
Everybody
on
goes
Buck.
in on him, even all his
it's
friends.
just sometimes
and
I don't
family.
understand.
Yeah, no.
I don't
get it.
understand his logic, because it's like he doesn't see what everybody else see. Even in that moment when he was talking to Bobby and he was just like, "What? Light work? Fool, what did you think was about to happen after you got to throwing up blood? You thought you was about to get out there and possibly be throwing up blood. The fact that he didn't even know he was throwing up blood. He had no idea. He literally had passed out in his brain before his body went out. And you mean to tell me you think you okay to be out here trying to help other people?
He's a kid still.
He acts like the world's against him.
And that's
really,
why the title of this show
we're
is Kids Today, because Buck is just a big old kid.
It's okay. He's the youngest. Well, Christopher, but he still acts younger than him.
Talking about Christopher. And that card that Christopher made with him was so cute.
Yeah.
Christopher's adorable.
He is
Yeah.
adorable.
Well, speaking of adorable, guys, we hope you love our adorable faces. And Ricky is going to tell you how you can keep seeing our adorable faces.
Yes, we just want to thank you so much for making us the ESPN of TV talk. So without you guys, there would be no us. So we just want to say thank you. And since you are watching this right now, please click the subscribe button, comment, like, share, and let us know your thoughts, how you're feeling, if you want to see something new, if you want more, if you want less. We love your comments. We love hearing your thoughts, reading your thoughts. And we just want to say thank you so much for being a part of the AFTERBUZZ TV family. And thank you. I don't think I said thank you
Yes.
enough.
so much.
I don't think you said thank you enough either, but I'm going to say it too. Thank you. Ricky, you're so good.
Thanks.
So good at that.
He really is.
Okay, let's get into these rescues, okay? Because I was all Z-way confused. We had homeboy with the car who didn't stop. Then we had baby girl with the baby and somebody else's baby that she cut out of somebody's stomach.
That's crazy.
That was just...
Nasty.
I want to fight her. Okay, let's just start with the first one. So we get this guy, and he's, driving his daddy little sports car. The gear broke, and now he can't stop the car, and it's just accelerating. How did y'all feel about this rescue right here?
The little boy was talking too much. I was like, can you just, like, he was just like spewing off random stuff, and I was like, you're doing a lot. But I guess he was nervous, you know?
Well, but he had to be very specific to the to the operator as to what was actually going on.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being in a car having no control over it. Like, that's frightening.
I feel like they spent the whole time talking about his dad, though. And I was like, do you really
Well, that
think
was the
your
only way to
dad?
keep him calm and to follow instructions, because homeboy was really bugging out. And we don't know what would have happened had he not, had they not got his daddy on the phone, because he wasn't thinking about his own life. He was just trying to save the car for the fact that he thought his daddy loved the car more than him. That whole situation was a little ugly, but here we are. So,
I'm glad he didn't die.
I was like, do you
and I'm
really
glad
think that? Aw.
his dad was like, there's a new Testarossa. We should auction it. I was like, damn, good. You guys have money.
You moved on quick.
Testarossa is expensive.
I don't know what that is.
It's
so
a Ferrari. It's
I have
an
no
old
idea.
school Ferrari. It's like in the 80s or in the 90s, like either late 80s, early 90s. Beautiful car.
Ricky's like, oh, y'all got money.
He got money. I was like, damn, all right.
Money, okay. Well, yes. So, in this rescue, my favorite part is when the whole plan came about and everybody in the fire truck is having a discussion about it. One of them was like, okay, so who came up with this whole crazy plan? And then Bobby looks back and goes, my wife.
Yeah. He was proud.
He was proud.
He was like, yeah.
Because the plan worked.
They're really cute together.
Seamlessly.
Yeah.
It worked seamlessly. I was a little scared.
Yeah. It was amazing. So the next rescue, we get a woman calling from her trunk, her own trunk. The lady done stabbed her and put her in her own trunk. Wow, wow. And took her baby. And I don't know what was going on here. I think the lady so she had a fake belly in her trunk. Mm-hmm. I think she was pretending to be pregnant and then was about to bring home a baby to her husband or whoever.
I think she was pretending to be pregnant to set up the real pregnant lady. So
she wanted a baby.
Yeah.
She wanted a baby, and the way that she was going about it was a little stupid. Like,
a little stupid? A lot
was very stupid. Was very stupid. I mean,
idiotic.
you can adopt somebody's baby if you really want a baby, but she pretended to be pregnant, and then, she got this newborn baby. And my thing is, what man in his right mind is about to see you come home flat belly with a baby that ain't even 2 hours old? Like, and think that everything is okay. What happened to your stomach?
Well, she was
then when he finds out what happens, what makes you think he's going to want to be with you when he finds out how crazy you are?
Well, he may be just as crazy.
Somebody's belly apart.
The baby was turning blue.
Yeah. She was just like riding along.
That's my baby. That's my baby. No, that's my baby. Like, she had the crazy eyes.
This impression is really funny.
Yeah, it was not her baby.
That's my baby.
But out of most,
that's on some Serena Handmaid's Tale stuff. Y'all watch that show?
I do.
Crazy, right?
Good show, yeah.
That's like Serena. That's my baby. That girl ain't your baby.
Chill.
People be so brainwashed.
For real.
Be so brainwashed when it comes to some stuff that's just not right.
But it's sad. It's sad. Obviously, it's terrible, but it's really, really sad that you're willing to go to those lengths just to have a child and feel like you need to, keep a man in your life. Because it seemed like that's what she was really doing. Trying to keep him around. Like, I promised him that I was going to have this baby. So she was willing to go to that extreme.
That was the stupidest thing ever, though.
That's probably one of the worst 911, one out of all the ones I've seen. That's probably the one that I was like, dang, this one, that was rough.
Yeah. And I love Maddie because she was staying with her. She was just, out there making sure that everything was going in. So, the next rescue, we don't really know if it was a real rescue. So we have this thing where Eddie just so happened to drop Christopher off with Buck for the day. Mm-hmm. And what? He just dropped his son off with Buck, no warning, no nothing. So Buck takes Christopher to the
Santa
Monica Pier, and they are having a great time. And then Buck sees somebody being rescued, and he gets all in his feelings, and he have this little conversation with Christopher, and he's like, when you grow up and you have your career, I hope you do something that you love, and then when you can't do that anymore, I hope you find something else that you love that you can do forever. And the kid looked at him and was like, "It's gonna be okay, kid." Like, just like, okay.
So funny.
But when they turn around, everybody is walking towards the front of the I guess the deck or whatever they on.
Pier.
Because all of the water has went back and it's about to come forward, and we see a big wave about to happen. Like, what y'all think is really about to go down? Like,
I mean, I believe from what we've seen is that it's a earthquake in the ocean that's causing a tsunami. That's the only reason why that would happen. Like, scientifically speaking.
Here in California.
If that size
are y'all
wave,
scared for Christopher?
absolutely. I mean, he's handicapped.
But
The
he's
poor
gonna
guy's
make
handicapped.
it. He's gonna make it.
How do you know that?
Buck? I feel like Buck's gonna take care of him. He's gonna take care of him.
Buck broke leg.
Well, Christopher can't die.
Facts.
He can't.
He can't because his mama just died.
But wait, hold on 1 second.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Why
that's
can't
not
he
why.
die?
That's not why he can't
It's
die.
too much. It's just
That's
too
not
much.
why he can't die. He can't die because he's a loving character.
Yeah.
We all love Christopher, so they can't kill him off, and that would tear Eddie to pieces.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be no more Eddie on
It wouldn't be
911. He gonna
fair.
quit everything. Like it'll just be a wrap. And you know the other side of the only reason why I wouldn't mention his mama because that was just a lot for him too.
Yeah.
You know, like anyway.
No, you're exactly right. His
Yeah.
mom just died. He can't die. Period. So Buck's gonna take care of him. He's gonna figure it out. I saw some preview where he like got under this thing, and I was like, I don't know if that's gonna work, but I hope it does. I think it was like one of those prize carts or something. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm so scared.
It would be good for Buck if throughout this whole tsunami that he, I guess, shows them that he's able to come back.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's
You know
what
what
it's
I'm
gonna be. Yeah, I mean, because that's how it happened with Bobby. They suspended him, and then once he stood in the gap, about to get blowed up with everybody, he's just like, okay, well,
Yeah.
let's let him back in. So it's like that's how it happened. That's how it happened with everybody. Because even Chim, when he was down and out, like he was helping them send in big water waves to put out fires that couldn't be put out. Like it was just a lot. So every time somebody do something
that's true.
heroic while they off duty, that's when they come back.
Yeah.
But why do you feel like Buck is feeling the way he is and acts the way he acts?
What, sleeping all day,
Or just-
being all sad?
Yeah, like he's
It's like
just,
he's grieving his job.
Yeah, but he only thinks that he's only good at this one thing. I'm sure he's good at something else.
Like what?
I don't know.
Sleeping?
Like I'm sure he's good at handling kids.
Watching cooking shows, like she said.
Watching cooking shows. Because everybody is worried about Buck, really. So we have Bobby who goes to Athena. He's just like, I don't know about this. What's going on? And we got the team. They at the firehouse. Like, we don't know what's going on with Buck. And then Maddie talking to her boss. And don't nobody know what's going on with him or what he going to be able to do. So if they don't know what he going to be able to do, how we going to know?
I see, though. There definitely is, like, some sort of doubt or, like, self-esteem thing where he's like, if I can't do this, like, what else am I going to do? But that can be scary if, like, you find something that you love and you're passionate about and it kind of gets taken away from you. Even though it's only temporary, but he's acting like he can never do it again. It probably just feels like that. Plus, you know, he's emotional. He's, like, really...
And he has a lot of pride.
He's fragile.
like a kid.
He'll be okay.
A lot of pride.
Just like a man. No, I'm just kidding.
What? Just like a who?
A man. I was just kidding. I'm sorry, men. I don't mean that. I'm just kidding.
I don't take that.
How would y'all feel if one of y'all friends just dropped their baby off on you, though? Because I was just like, what?
I don't know if I would trust Buck at the state that he's in. Like,
Yeah, what?
especially Christopher. He's special needs. Like you can't just like. I don't know if I get what he was doing, and it was to brighten up Buck's day. But like, you have to pay attention to Chris. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one split second, something bad could potentially happen.
You're right.
I wouldn't trust Buck at his state of mind with my kid.
I thought about it for like 5 seconds, but I was like, I mean, as long as he comes back in one piece, right? He will.
And not hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little reckless, but I think that he takes care of kids. I don't think that he would be like a danger to be around him.
No, but you did see
a little slow.
that one quick moment where he was staring
Yeah.
like he had his eye off of him, and Christopher's like, Buck, and he's just like this.
He could have gotten kidnapped in
That's
that,
what I'm saying.
in that period.
That's what I'm saying.
We all have blackouts. It's okay.
That's all right, but not with kids.
Blackouts are not okay.
Mm.
Well,
Ever.
I mean, like, you know, when you like when that happened, I was like, wow, he's literally daydreaming right now, like a child.
Well, you know what?
A child watching a child. Who's watching who?
Because he is a
Chris is
child.
watching him.
Speaking of watching, that brings us to our top 3 segment.
Yay.
So, for today's top 3, we're going to give you our top 3 Ryan Murphy affiliated TV series. First on the list, you know it is 911, and then we got the OJ, what is it called?
The People versus OJ.
The People versus OJ, because he worked on that.
He's
and
a
then
producer.
we got American Horror Story, because that was his as well. So I'm going to start out with 911, and we just going to go down the line with the other top 3 picks, okay? So first and foremost, 911 is an amazing show because y'all watching it and we watching it and you know we love it so much. But 911 for me, I believe this show is so amazing because it takes real life situations and it mix it in with the different rescues and the traumatic situations, and it all kind of like just tie in together. Even like the name of all the episodes, they kind of like give you some in-depth therapy work for yourself when it comes to your own life, because a lot of their rescues that they do when they're rescuing people from something, it always has something to do with what's going on at home with them, and they make it so realistic. It's not just like people out here working on a first responder job. It shows you that no, these people have real lives outside of that, and they have real issues, and they have real love, and then you know it's just one big full circle moment for me every time I watch this show, no matter how much they got me on my edge, and I love it so much. So that's why 911 is number 1. Ricky, take it away.
The People versus OJ for me, I feel like is my number 1 because it conveys to what, I mean, I wasn't actually there, to what is actually the truth and what happened during that horrific time. And the actors in that show play an amazing job. And I mean the whole cast, the whole ensemble cast was just phenomenal. The writing was great. I don't know, that show had my attention from the get-go, and yep.
Well, I'm gonna do American Horror Story. It's actually one of my favorite shows on TV right now, and it always has been. I remember I caught it on like the 5th season, and I was like, how have I lived this long without this show? But the main thing I love about American Horror Story and why I think it deserves to be in this top 3 is because we have a lot of the same core group of actors. That's been the plot changes almost every season. You get to see different decades. It gives you totally different vibes every single season, and it's always nice to look forward to whatever the next season's gonna bring. And it always, like Emma Roberts, Angela Bassett, Kathy Bates, like you, Sarah Paulson, you always see them, and they always get to explore different characters, and I think that's dope.
Angela love her some Ryan Murphy, okay?
Right?
He be employing our girl. So speaking of employing our girl, that brings us to our Queen Bassett moment. All hail to the Queen. If you are new to this show, we just want to let you know that we love the Queen, and we have this Queen Bassett moment where we talk all things Athena, who is played by Angela Bassett, because she's just that amazing. So today's Queen Bassett moment, this happened on the last rescue. Like, Athena is just so smart. So the lady, she pulls her over, and when she pulls her over, she says she immediately look in the back seat, and she can tell that the baby is going blue. And then she told the lady to get out the car, and she did one little look at this, took a glance at this lady, and just had an instinct and knowing that this lady ain't right. As soon as she get out the car, she handcuffs her. Then she start asking about all the blood she see. And this happened in all of 3 seconds of her taking a look at the car from front to back.
Yeah.
She's so smart.
She's good at her job.
I wish she was on our streets patrolling.
Right?
Okay. How do y'all feel about the Queen Bassett moment this episode?
Well, she's always on top of things. She's always super observant, and people think that they can slide one past her, but they never can. She's always the first to find out.
I would love to hang out with her. She just seems so like awesome. If that's how she really is in real life, I don't know. She's someone that I could get along with very well.
You know, hopefully we get her in the studio this season, okay? I'm just gonna speak it into existence. We need Queen Bassett in here sitting with us talking.
Yes,
so
manifest that.
Okay, publicists, managers, you know,
if you're watching,
slide in our But yeah, so we love the Queen. All hail to the Queen, because she's so amazing. And that also brings us to our news and gossip segment.
Yeah.
Because she's a news and gossip as well. So last night at the Emmys, our queen, Angela Bassett, actually walked on stage with Peter, who also plays Bobby Nash. So even though they play a married couple in the series, they're not married in real life. She got her own husband. He got his own thing. I think he married. I don't know. So that's that. But yeah, so they presented the Emmy for lead actor in a limited series or TV movie.
Which went to...
And it just so happened to make history because it went to Jarrell Jerome.
Yes!
So excited about that.
From When They See Us. And he is actually the first. It made history because he's the first Afro-Latino to ever win an Emmy.
Oh, no way.
Amazing.
Yes.
Oh, fire. Nice.
The first and the youngest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 21, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, he's 21 and he's
That's
from the Bronx.
crazy.
Bronx, New York.
Yeah, he's a Dominican Afro-Latino, and he was the first to win. So congratulations for that, y'all.
Yes.
Shout
Good
out.
for you.
Yes. And shout out to the queen because
She was
she's just so
relieved,
amazing.
too.
She had on red, y'all.
She looked
And
great.
baby girl, that red looked gorgeous on her skin. Her hair was big. I was sitting up there looking like, oh, I just want to be down there with her. just. Anyway, let me not keep gloating over Angela. So,
There's a lot.
let me get you all's predictions really quickly for next episode.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
Okay.
prediction.
Christopher and Buck will make it out of the tsunami. They might have minor cuts and bruises, but they're going to both survive. I'm calling that.
Catastrophic event. I don't know if Christopher is going to make it out.
Ooh,
I mean, it's a tsunami. Like, we have to make this real.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the poor kid is special needs. Like, I don't care if you hold on to the kid or not. Like, this is water. This is the ocean. The most powerful force out of all of Mother Nature. I don't really know if Christopher is going to make it out. I hope he does. And I think this is really going to, as much of a bang it started out with, I feel like it may...
I don't think it started out with a bang. I felt like they kind of like slid on us a little bit with this episode. It was like a slow-mo lead up. But anyway, for my prediction, I think Maddie's gonna end up pregnant because they had that moment when it was both her and Tim was talking about kids, and they both was like, "It's a maybe for us." So we already know Hen and her wife, they about to have a child. They already done seen baby daddy. Well, not baby daddy. Sperm donor. They already done seen what he looked like as a kid. So that's that. But when the conversation was being held between Tim and Maddie, both of them were kind of like on the fence about it. They didn't really know. Then they realized both of them were the only two people that they know without kids outside of Buck, who is a kid. So it was just like a moment for them. And I don't know. Like, I just think Maddie's going to end up pregnant. And that's going to be how they have their kid that they were babying about.
You always have really good predictions. Every time you say them, I'm like, dang.
I wish I thought about that.
Like, yeah, I'm like, I wish I would have thought of it.
You know what? Either way it go, we just watching the show, seeing what's going to happen. So why don't y'all let them know where they can find you until next episode?
You can find me at Ricky Vitucci on all social media platforms.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Courtney Ray Allen.
And you can find me on all things at Porchia Carter. We out.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.